I've been going to the gym for the last 7 years, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. The only reason I went to the gym is just to become more attractive. Because when I was in my high school, I was a totally like weak, skinny, ugly loser who people doesn't respect at all, and I was not getting any attention from girls and people and everyone. I was just like skinny fat loser who plays video games all the time in his bedroom and no one really cared about me. So that's why I went to the gym to become more attractive because I was like seeing on the internet like about self improvement and going to the gym, and I was like looking through some content to become more attractive and also attract girls. But when I was going to the gym consistently for 2 3 months, I have gained some amount of muscle mass, but I was still not looking attractive. I went to the gym totally for the purpose of becoming more attractive, and I also like build more muscle mass, but I was still like not looking attractive shirtless. So that's why I was like researching on the internet, like what workout should I do, like what diet should I follow, and everything. And I was like experimenting so many things in my training, in my diet. I was changing my diet constantly. I was changing my workout routine like a week or two, like constantly. I was not even like sticking to any one workout. So that's why I went to so many trials and tribulations and so many experimentation that I've did on my training and diet because there was nobody who was like experimenting this in my gym in my city, and like everybody was going to the gym just for the sake of like going to the gym and building more muscle mass. They didn't even know like about building an aesthetic body and becoming like attractive model tier man. Like they didn't even know like they can build a physique which not even 1% of the people in the world have. So I was just a autistic kind of guy who was like experimenting so many things in my training, and people like used to see me as who like does like hundreds of exercise, who knows hundreds of exercise, like experimenting so many things in this workout, like doing like weird exercise in the gym, like in with the cable machines and everything. And honestly that doesn't work at all. Like I've experimented so many things in my training and also in my diet. I've experimented like about 9 to 10 diets, but after that it's been like 7 years and I've gained like pretty good amount of muscle mass, and also I have built an attractive looking model to your physique. So that's why I'm creating this video, so you don't have to sit around and experiment and research about like building an aesthetic body and what training should you follow and how to actually build an attractive like aesthetic physique, because I've been through all of these struggles and I've experimented so many things in training. And in this video I'm gonna give you 7 secrets that can actually help you to build an aesthetic body faster without experimenting so many things in your training, in your diet and everything. So let's get started. So the secret number one is muscle proportion. Muscle proportion is very important in terms of having an attractive physique. Like you might have seen so many people in the gym who have built more muscle mass, but they are still like not looking attractive. And why is that? Like you have seen some of the like people in the gym like who have like very big shoulder, but their shoulder is not even looking attractive. It's only because they don't even train their shoulders in proportion. Like they train their shoulders and they do only like exercise for dumbbell press or maybe like military press or something, and they don't even train their side delt much more, and most of them don't even train their rear delt, which is the back part of the rear part of your shoulders, which gives them the 3D look than shoulders. Most of them just training the anterior delt and they don't even focus on the lateral, which is the attractive part of the shoulder, and also the rear delt, which is also an important part of your shoulders. And it seems like a very small muscle to train. Like the rear delt is only like two fingers muscle, like it's only about like two fingers, but it is also very important part to train. And for aesthetics you only have to focus on some proportion to actually have an attractive physique. You have to take some progress pictures like the shirtless picture, and you have to see like like what muscle should I train, like what muscle is lacking in my body right now. Maybe it's your biceps, maybe you have like nice bicep but you don't have length in your biceps. Maybe you have like built a good amount of shoulders muscle mass but you don't have rear delt, which is gonna give you that attractive like 3D look. Maybe you have like skinny neck, maybe you're not training your neck, like you have like nice physique but your neck is still looking skinny, so you have to focus on that. So that's why proportion is also very important. You have to see what muscle group are you lacking right now, and you have to work more on that. You have to do more sets of that, and if you start focusing on that, you're already in the top 1% physique right now. Like trust me, you're gonna build a top 1% physique sooner or later. Secret number two is stick to proven exercises. When I was going to the gym in the beginning, I was very impatient or excited to actually build more muscle mass and like build an attractive physique. So that's why I was not actually sticking to only like one exercise. I was doing like multiple exercise for only single muscle group. I was doing like push-ups, like incline push-ups, like decline bench press, like incline bench press, dumbbell bench press, and all of the like multiple exercise, chest flies, cable flies, and like tens and tens of exercise for the only the chest muscle. And I was not even realizing that I was only training my only single muscle, which is chest. I was only focusing on the single muscle. It doesn't matter like what exercise do you do. You are still training your chest. Like you're still doing the same movement. You're still like pressing the weights up and down. So it doesn't matter what exercise you do. The most important thing that matters is you're sticking to only one or two exercises, and that's how you're also gonna progress and get better in that exercise. You only have to stick to only one or two exercise. Like for example, the chest. Like for aesthetics, you have to focus more on your upper chest, not on your middle chest and the lower chest. But you still have to like have a flat and muscular chest, not like too much skinny. But you still gonna have a flat chest where you focus more on your upper chest, not on your lower chest at all. So you only have to choose the exercise for upper chest, maybe like the incline dumbbell bench press or incline barbell bench press, and maybe the chest flies. That's it. You don't have to sit around and think about like doing like machine chest press, like simple bench press like barbell bench press, or maybe chest flies, cable flies, or maybe like plate press or something else, like some weird exercises. You don't have to sit around and do that. I only do like two or three exercises for chest, and my chest is like bigger. I'm not like sitting around and thinking about like doing tens of exercise for my chest muscles. So that's why sticking to only one exercise is more important. So choose only one or two exercises for every muscle group that you're gonna train, and you have to follow a general rule. Like you can simply progressive overload in that exercise, and also it feels good. Whenever you're doing that, you have a better muscle mind connection when you're pressing the weight and you're going down. So you also have to think about that. And if you don't know what exercise to do for aesthetic muscle group, like maybe if you are advanced or maybe you are beginner and you don't know what workout should you do, top link in the description is my aesthetic body program, where I've given you my personal blueprint for the training and also for the diet that can help you to build an aesthetic physique faster. So go right now, check out the top link in the description. Secret number 3 is training muscles for aesthetics. Most of the people you see in the gym, they are going to the gym just for the sake of building more muscle mass, but they don't know actually what muscle to train. Like I have given you already an example about like rear delt. They're not focusing on the rear delt. Like most of them are focusing on the front delt, and they're not training their side delt and their rear delt because it is a very tough exercise and it is very difficult to train. And also they focus on only simple bench press and like maybe decline bench press, and most of them like don't even do like upper chest more, like don't even train their upper chest more. So what are the muscles that you have to actually train for aesthetics and building an attractive aesthetic body? And the simple thing is you just have to focus on those muscles which is gonna give you that V taper look, that V shape in your body. And the best muscle to train is your back. Your back is gonna give you that V shape in your body automatically, because when you train your back and when you train your lats, it's gonna give you that wide look and that wide frame in your upper body. So the most important muscle to train is your back and especially your lats. And also you have to focus more on your shoulders and especially your side shoulder and your rear delt as well. And you have to train your neck as well, because neck is the muscle that is gonna give you that masculine look. And there are also some other muscle group that is gonna give you an attractive and sexy look. For example, you also have to train your upper traps, your upper chest and the abs and also the biceps and also the quads as well. And there are only like 6 7 muscle group that you only have to focus on to have an attractive and aesthetic body. So you just have to sit and like pause for a second and think about what muscle group that you're focusing on in your workouts, like the workouts that you've done in the past week. Like what muscle group that you have already focused on. If you have not focused on these aesthetic muscle group, you're not going to build an attractive and aesthetic body. So that's why you have to prioritize and create a workout routine for yourself that is going to focus on these attractive muscle group. Secret number 4 is progressive overload. You might have seen some of the people in the gym who are going to the gym and they're doing the same exercise every single day, and they're doing like 3 sets of 12 on every machine with the same weights every single day. And honestly, I've seen them. They are doing the same weights, they are lifting the same weights again and again for the same rep range. and that's why they're still looking the same after months and months and years, and it's only because they're not progressively overloading. They're not actually pushing hard in their sets. And if you're one of them, you just have to fix this. You don't have to sit around like a pussy and just don't go hard, like when it's like hurting and when it's like getting harder when you're pushing the weight. And you have to simply increase the weights that you're lifting, because it's a weight training. And most people think that no, I'm gonna lift light weights, I'm not gonna lift heavy weights, it's gonna injure my shoulders, it's gonna injure myself and everything. And if you're one of them who are acting like this, like you are just being a bitch. You're just a pussy, like you're scared of lifting heavy weights because it's gonna injure yourself. You're a young man, you're a young, strong man, and like you are scared of lifting heavy weights. Like what's gonna happen? You're gonna fail. That's it. Maybe you're gonna do like 1 or 2 reps and you're gonna fail. Okay, so like do it another time. Like maybe try it like next week. Then maybe it's gonna get easier for you. Maybe you are gonna lift heavy weights on your own without any help or anything like that. And I'm not telling you to actually like go powerlifting mode, but the simple thing is, just if you're lifting like 20 kilograms of dumbbells right now, just simple progression, just do simple progression, like lift 25 kilograms of dumbbell for less reps. Maybe you're doing 12 reps with the 20 kilograms, just do 8 reps or maybe 7 reps with the 25 kilograms. It's not very hard. And when you get to the last reps, just actually try to do another like 2 to 3 reps. Just actually try to push harder, like when you're making like weird like faces, like double chin faces, then it's a very 10 on 10 intensity set. And the last reps are the reps that's gonna make you build more muscle mass, because you're giving your body a reason to grow more muscle mass and like build more strength. Secret number 5 is low body fat percentage. When you have built more muscle mass, you have to show off that muscle by getting leaner and getting to the 10% body fat percentage or maybe less than that. Because even if you have built more muscle mass in an aesthetic way, you have trained like certain muscle group that's gonna make you more attractive, but still you're not gonna be looking attractive because you still are like obese right now. You still don't have like visible abs, you still don't have like veins on your forearms and everything. You just have to get leaner. You have to decrease the body fat percentage. And you can do that by changing your diet, by changing the ingredients in your diet, and also going on a calorie deficit diet. And the most effective way to decrease your body fat percentage is by doing intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is the way where you eat all of your calories and the meals in a certain hour of window in a day. Maybe it's a 4 hours window or maybe it's a 6 hour window. So what you have to do is, if you are taking like 3 4 meals right now, you have to cut down maybe 2 or 3 meals and take only like 1 or 2 meals in a day. Maybe it's in the lunchtime and the dinner. First meal maybe on the 1 p.m. and the second meal is maybe like 6 p.m. Like you are eating in like 6 hours window in a day, or maybe you can do only one meal a day, like maybe 4 hours window in a day. And most importantly, you have to purposefully skip the breakfast. Skipping the breakfast is the most important thing in terms of burning more calories in terms of fat, because then you're giving your body a reason to burn more calories in terms of fat, not in terms of muscle mass. And if you do that for maybe 2 3 weeks or maybe a month, you're gonna decrease your body fat percentage and you're gonna actually become leaner and attractive. Secret number 6 is eating the right foods. When I was going to the gym in the beginning, I've experimented so many diets. I've experimented like 9 10 diets, and most of them have never really worked for me. I was eating some bullshit carbohydrates, like eating some bread, some naan, like Indian things, and also like carbohydrates, some so many things. I was eating some sugar syrups as well, and I ended up like having like belly fat stomach, like skinny fat physique. And I was experimenting so many things. I was doing like so many bullshit things. But after I experimented so many things, I finally discovered a diet which has given me more protein, more nutrients, and also has helped me to build more muscle mass and also decrease the body fat percentage. And that diet is single ingredient diet. You don't have to rely on some processed foods like the packaged food or maybe like the whey protein, like so many packaged things like which has like hundreds of ingredients in that. You have to only focus on some single ingredient diet, which our ancestors are also eating that. Our ancestors are eating the food which are coming from natural sources, which are coming from nature, which is meat. They are hunting down the meat, and also they are getting the fruits and vegetables from the trees and everything. So you also have to focus on that. You also have to focus on only eating the meat, steak, or maybe eggs, chicken, maybe the rice, and also like vegetables, fruits, honey. You don't have to purposefully think about like how I'm gonna hit my daily protein intake and everything. You don't have to purposefully think about that. You just have to eat the right foods, which I've already told you, like the single ingredient foods. And if you eat more of that, it's gonna give you more high quality protein, and it's gonna give you more cholesterol, which is gonna like from the healthy fat, which is gonna boost your testosterone levels as well. And if you eat more of that, it is also gonna help you build more muscle mass while also maintaining the less body fat percentage. Secret number 7 is discipline mindset. When I was going to the gym in the beginning, I went to the gym for about 2-3 months, and then I was not consistent because I haven't seen like much of a results in my physique. I was expecting that I'm gonna build very attractive, like jacked physique within the next 3-4 months, but that's not what happened. So that's why I became very inconsistent in my training, and I was purposefully skipping the gym again and again. So if you're also one of them, if you're also doing that, if you're skipping the gym like purposefully, and if you're not being consistent, just because you're expecting like results way earlier, you are expecting the you're gonna become jacked in the next 3-4 months. That's not what gonna happen, because we are natural bodybuilders, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna take years of your life. And you're not only doing that for attraction, you're doing that for yourself. You're doing that for your future self. You're also doing that for your loved ones, because when you become more attractive, you're also gonna have a very better relationship with your family, with your like partner and everything. And you're not only doing that for temporary purpose, you have to change your belief in your mind and think about you're doing that for your lifetime. Like think about when you're gonna 80 years old, you're still going to the gym. You're still like jacked, muscular, like a very attractive uncle or something, and you're still going to the gym. You're still like lifting heavy weights and like drenching your teeth, like lifting, pushing hard and everything. And that's what mindset you should have, instead of like having a mindset of only like doing that for only 3 to 4 months and becoming more attractive in just a small period of time. Because that's not what a realistic goal is. A realistic goal would be you're doing that because you love lifting weights, you love going to the gym, and you're actually living a healthy life. So that's a mindset I want to give you. And this is all in this video. I hope you have gotten a lot more value from this video. And I have put over thousands of hours about learning this topic, about learning aesthetic bodybuilding and becoming more attractive and everything. And I failed so many times. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm failed so many times in becoming consistent, and also like in training, in the diet parts, in everything. I became like skinny fat so many times again and again. I sometimes lost some amount of muscle mass when I was like cutting down and everything. And there is a lot of like struggle, and I went through so many trials and tribulation to achieve this physique. And that's why I've created my aesthetic body program for you, so you don't have to go through all of the experimentation on your own and struggle a lot when building an aesthetic body and building up more muscle mass. And if you're really serious about building an aesthetic body and becoming more attractive faster, I highly recommend you to join my aesthetic body program. I genuinely think that will be the best investment that you can make as a beginner. So you can just go right now and check out the top link in the description. So this is all in this video. I hope you have liked it. If you want to see more videos like this from a small self-improvement YouTuber, subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification on. Goodbye.